Hi.
Hello.
Welcome back to Air Awakens Saturday.
Just
sorry. Yeah, just as you must.
Frame.
Let's do that here or there, so it's a little more centered.
I'm half in the light,
Oh no.
but mostly in the dark.
Mostly. I'm all in the dark because it's really early and I'm really tired.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I don't know why we're doing this so early.
Yeah, because we have to.
I know.
Because of our dedication.
Because these books are awesome.
They really, really are.
We're going to be talking about the third book in Elise Kova's series, Air Awakens, and the third book is called
Earth's End.
So, we can talk about Fire Falling now.
We can definitely talk about why it was called Fire Falling.
Oh my god, that cliffhanger. Quite literally.
Yeah. It wasn't a cliffhanger, they just fell off that cliff.
I know. So, Fire Falling ends off with Prince Aldrich
Falling off a cliff.
falling off a cliff
And Vala jumping after him.
to try to save him.
Yeah, because she's like, no, I'm protected by air. Falling doesn't hurt me at all. And she's right.
She didn't have anything to hit on the way down, so...
She should be okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Aldrich was not, however.
No.
He went flat on the ground.
Well, he survived, but
But
barely.
only because of the bonds.
Yeah, because
it kept him alive.
There were multiple reasons that he just didn't die. One of them was, Vala. The other one was his cousin being, right there.
Well, yeah. That was a huge part of it. But the reason why he didn't die instantly was
Vala.
because of Vala's bond with him.
The Emperor's response to that is, you think I should thank you?
Wrong.
Why would I thank you?
God.
I own you.
Yeah. You should be honored to have saved the Crown Prince.
Yeah. I think that's his actual, thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just like, what the
She,
heck?
saves his life a bunch, too, and he's like, that's just your duty.
Yeah, it's your duty as my property.
Yeah.
I hate him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's kind of not a good person.
Well, at least not in these books.
There are others?
Well, no, not yet.
Yeah. I mean, there's Water's Wrath and there's Crown. I haven't finished
Crown.
Crystal Crown yet, so
Well,
we're gonna find out things, aren't
we'll
we?
talk more about him when we review Water's Wrath.
Yeah.
Because there's more that we can say about him after that.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So Earth's End starts off with them panicking over Prince Aldrich dying.
Yeah. Well, Vala wakes up.
Yeah.
Vala's like, I'm awake, and they're like, the prince isn't.
Oh snap.
And she's like, what can I do to help? And they're like, we need you to get certain supplies and things. And she's like, I'm gonna kill a horse.
Well, she didn't mean to.
Yeah, well, she doesn't. Windwalkers can apparently move very fast.
Yeah.
And anything that they're traveling with can also move very fast, faster than it should.
Mm-hmm.
So she rides a horse, and various things try to stop her, but she's like, you can't catch me. I'm the Windwalker woman.
With my horse that is actually Prince Aldrich's horse.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to be the
Windwalker
fastest
woman.
horse in the kingdom.
Well,
And it was at that point.
Yeah, not so much these days. But
Spoiler alert.
it's like the first 30 pages. Don't feel bad about spoiling it.
It's okay.
Yeah, so they get there, they get the supplies, she gets them back. She's exhausted. There's various people that have no idea who she is.
Yeah, this is the introduction of some of the best characters.
Jax.
I love Jax. He's so cool.
Yeah.
You meet the two other members of the Golden Guard who we have not met before, Jax and Aaron.
I think it's Aaron.
That's how I pronounce it anyways. I'm sorry if that's wrong, but Aaron.
Yeah, not going to be able to throw stones there at all.
Yeah.
I
know Elise has a video on how to pronounce names, but that was before this book. So Jax and Aaron are in it.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
No, Vala seems fairly straightforward.
Yeah, I mean, all of the names were. Valdera was the only one that was kind of like, maybe this isn't how I say it, but sure enough it was, so.
No. The phonetics of it are fascinating.
Yes.
More fascinating still are Jax and Aaron.
Yes, exactly.
So Jax is a military commander who happens to be insane.
And his same situation as Val, he's owned by the crown.
Yeah, and not particularly happy about it.
Well, yes
Ish.
and no.
Yeah, he's got some issues. And then Erwin?
Erwin is, he's related to Aldrich, I believe?
Yeah.
Or is he not? No, he's the rival family of the Sedans. Right?
I think.
It's so early, guys.
Oh my god, you have no idea. Like, I'm haven't even had a cup of coffee yet.
I know. Our coffees are over there behind the computer,
computer, and
I'm
we-
just staring at it, just like,
we can't
I want it.
we can't drink them because they've got slogans on them, and
Yeah.
so part of the reward, other than the greatness of reading the book, is that we get coffee at the end of the book review.
Yes.
Be over here. Book is really, really good. We start getting into the politics and figuring out what exactly it is that a Windwalker can do.
Mm-hmm.
So she can astrally project,
Yes.
and because of her bond with Aldrich, she can talk with Aldrich while she is astrally projecting.
Mm-hmm.
So she starts going and investigating the north. And it's interesting because you get like this beautiful segment. We find out that there are traitors among the southern forces.
Who would have guessed that?
The Knights of Jader. I think it's Jader, isn't it?
Or Jader.
Jader?
I always say Jader because Jader is a city in Dragon Age.
I can get behind that.
It's in Orlais, so it's actually, I guess it would be closer to like Jader because it's French pronunciation. But anyways, not important. Wasn't important.
So we heard about like a crystal weapon that Vala was supposed to get back a couple of books ago when she was heading off to the north. But we get actually her stumbling across a meeting of the people that run the north and the Knights of Jader, because they've got like a deal going where the Knights
possess this crystal sword.
Well, they had a crystal sword,
Yeah,
and
they
it got
had.
busted. And now they want the crystal
crystal
axe
axe.
that the North holds. And the crystal weapons were apparently the weapons of the goddess. They're formerly divine weapons that were left in the care of mortals, but mortals using them tends to drive the mortal mad.
Yeah.
Just like any
Mad
crystal
with power.
weapon. No. And Windwalkers are immune, so the Knights believe that the crystal weapons are like their birthright or their destiny or whatever, but they need a Windwalker to use them. But then they went out and killed all the Windwalkers because they're the people from the West.
Yeah.
So they are a special breed of stupid. Just
Well,
a
I
special
think
breed.
when they did kill all the Windwalkers, it was when they had the sword.
Yeah.
And then they were just like, they're the only ones that can stop us, so let's kill them all. And then they lost the sword.
Yeah.
And they're just like, shit, now we need a Windwalker to find the other one.
Yeah,
So.
there was a king named Jader who used the crystal sword and then went insane, unless it was the other way around. And yeah, so there's like a secret knighthood that stands against the united crown and would like to reclaim the West and conquer the world, but they need their crystal weapons to do it. And they don't care who they have to kill or who they have to hurt to make that dream come true.
Yes. There's a very loud garbage truck outside. I'm sorry.
I can close the window.
It's just the microphone's probably picking that up more than us.
Totally is. Okay,
Okay, that's better. The
Yeah.
window's still open, but it's less noisy. It's still open.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, the Knights of Jada are now working together.
And they
with
kill
the North.
Laurel.
Yeah.
There's an assassination attempt, and they break into... Because they're Westerners, right? And the West is part of the United Front, so they
Yeah.
can totally just sneak in, and they nearly kill Vala.
Yeah, they try to kill Vala, but they end up killing Laurel and a bunch of other people at the crossroads.
And the people from the North are like, we didn't ask you to do that.
Yeah. I'm so sad.
We don't want you doing that. We want to talk to the Windwalker and convince her that you're dumb. We also get the North going, well, we're our own nation. We're our own people with a proud history that predates any of your bullshit in the South
Yeah.
or the West. or the East. We remember the old ways, unlike you guys. We've got secret histories that you guys have forgotten, which has resulted in the stupidity of the Knights of Jadar.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want to be reduced to a direction.
Yeah.
Which is fair. But
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't remember what the North is properly called, so that's why we're just calling them the North. So
yeah.
we've totally reduced them to a direction.
We did. Oh no, I feel bad now. Let's look it up. But yes. So basically, this book is Vala trying to find a weakness in the Norse defenses.
The North have this epic citadel.
Yeah.
That's got walls that are like meters thick, and they've never been breached and they've never been beaten, and they're like, we can hold out forever. But we also find out exactly how much damage this war has done, and we find out that the Southern Empire, the Sedine line, is sort of not great on the world stage. The Emperor actually knows this. He is self-aware enough to realize that after the war is won, he can't be king. Because people hate him. And they have good reason to. So he's like, Aldrich, you're going to be the Emperor of Peace. I am the Emperor of War. I'm going to go out and conquer everything. But once that's done, I'm going to step down and you're going to be the new Emperor. So Aldrich is like, I can handle that.
I can get behind it.
Yeah. And then he's like, I'm gonna marry Vala. I'm gonna propose to her. Because we're in love and we've got a bond, and together we are completely undefeatable, which we find out is literally true.
The battle sequences together are just so cool.
So incredibly well written.
Like, I want someone to just, like, animate that scene at the end of Fire Falling when they're fighting together.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've got Frog Warriors on Netflix. I don't see why we can't.
Cooley Pari!
Yeah.
I'm so excited to watch that.
So, I mean, if this doesn't become like some sort of like really good animated series, at the very least, I'm going to be very disappointed. These are great.
We need to get everyone in Japan to read this so they make an anime, because it would be so friggin' cool as an anime. So everyone in Japan, I'm looking at you.
I think it would be actually really funny if the people that did Avatar.
Oh, yeah, that'd be... Well, yeah. That would be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they have a really good animation too. Nickelodeon.
Rebecca Sugar.
Rebecca Sugar?
Yeah, Steven Universe.
Oh, okay. I watched the one episode you showed me. Or was it two? I don't know. A lot happened.
Two. Yeah.
A lot happened.
Really like Steven Universe.
It was like watching Gem and the Holograms, the first episode.
Oh my god.
Where there was just like 6 different plot lines.
Happening at once.
At once.
Yeah. Here's the thing I like about Steven Universe, just as a quick aside. We're very tired and tangential this morning.
I'm still trying to find the new
Most children's cartoons, the moral is something like, friendship is good and sharing is okay. Steven Universe had an episode recently where the moral was, abusive relationships are a thing that happen. And sometimes they are mutually bad and unhealthy. And it's okay to recognize them and to realize that they're kind of addictive. But you need to understand how unhealthy they are and not fall back into the trap, no matter how badly you might want to. Also, consent and agency are both things. It's a children's show.
And it's LGBT friendly.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah. Was that it, or was that the base that they were at?
That's the base. That's the big house of the Soricium. Soricium?
So, I don't know. Okay, well, the North.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, North. I want to appreciate
the
your
northern
culture.
peoples.
Yes.
Yeah. So we find out that they are the best at basically like laying in and just sitting out a siege.
Yeah.
And then more interesting things happen. So Vala was given sort of an official title at the beginning of the
Lady
last
of
book.
The West.
And I mean, it's an empty title. It's not supposed to actually mean anything because there's no lands associated with it. But she uses it to finagle her way into their planning sessions for the army, and starts pointing out flaws.
Mm-hmm. I want to point out too that the Emperor, of course, is just like, well, that's an empty title. It doesn't matter. Get out. And then, of course, that creates a little bit of a rift between all of his other generals who are from the West. And they're just like, what? Like, you don't respect our traditions?
Yeah.
So the Emperor has to let her in.
Oh, there's so much political infighting in this book, and it's great.
It is.
It's really, really well written. But Vala ends up being very, very good at strategy. And it's because she's read so damn much.
Many strategy
So you've got
books.
the generals on hand who are very practically experienced, but aren't nearly as well read as she is.
Yeah.
And so she's able to go, okay, well, what about this idea? And they can go, well, that could work, but this would be better, but we wouldn't have thought of it if you hadn't been here.
Yeah.
And so now she's become
An asset.
a massive asset to the war effort. And people begin to rely on her and respect her and see her as, you know, an equal as opposed to just the librarian girl.
Yeah.
Except for the secret bad guys who are the Knights of Jadair.
Who has a man on the inside of the Emperor's Council.
Yeah.
So
There's some scary stuff going on there.
there is.
Yeah.
I think that's like the general gist. We don't want to spoil too much. We've already gone into the plot quite a bit.
Yep.
But yeah, this book is great. We see more of Vala's relationship development with Daniel, which is kind of
I love it.
It's kind of odd in a way, because I don't consider it a love triangle.
It isn't.
I know a lot of people do,
Because, yeah.
I don't find it as a love triangle at all, because Vala, at one point, you know, like, she says that, yeah, like, maybe if I hadn't met Aldrich, then I would have been with you, but since I have Aldrich in my life, like, I don't love you in that way.
No.
And Daniel feels differently, but he respects her, which is very important. It's just
Getting
like,
back to the concept of agency.
yes. But then, you know, Vala, she just lost Laurel, who was kind of like her crutch.
Oh, God.
I know we talked about it before, how she kind of has like a dependency on her.
She has some serious dependency issues.
Yeah.
She's suffering from a lot of PTSD. Her entire world has sort of been separated, and Laurel is the thing that keeps her grounded. And then Laurel is dead beside her. And it's another person that she cares about who is dead, and she blames herself for it. And I love these books.
I know.
I love them. I love the tragedy of them, and I love the those moments of just absolute glory that you get, particularly between. Well, no, it's well, yeah, because Vala and Aldrich basically like murder the North, but
spoilers.
But the way that it's written, just it's like reading ballet.
I can see that.
It's reading something that's just perfectly graceful, and you can tell how much work went into the description and the connection of those passages. And the language used is just beautiful. It's really quite stunning, and I'm really fond of this book.
Yes, I know. Me too. But yes, so basically I find that Daniel becomes kind of like the replacement crutch, where she goes to his tent at night, sleeps next to him because she needs someone holding her. And I mean, when she did that with Laurel, there was no like, oh, you know, you guys are together. And then when she did it with Daniel, suddenly it was a huge thing because he's the opposite gender.
Yeah.
But
Which
it really shouldn't matter.
It shouldn't at all.
It's just like, guys and girls can be friends.
It happens. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah. So, I really appreciated that there wasn't a love triangle in this series.
Despite
than,
what
like,
Daniel
Serena
might have wished
maybe.
otherwise, but
Yeah.
but he comes to terms with it. You know, like he takes the moment where he's like, I'm angry about this, and then he's like, you know, I would rather have the friendship.
Yeah.
I
Than
would
not
much
to
rather
have
have the
her
friendship.
in my life, yeah.
And here's the thing, he's open and honest about his feelings. Gives it the go. When she says no, he respects that.
And backs off.
And they have the friendship.
Yeah.
Like that's awesome. Guys should be reading this book and taking notes. Just
Yeah. There was one thing that I didn't mention in the review of Air Awakens / Fire Falling. When Vala is with Serene for that one date, like you see her inner turmoil where she's just like, you know, like, I don't like him, but maybe I should just give him a chance because he's my friend, and, you know, I don't want to say no. And I related to that so much because, you know, like, when I was younger and a guy asked me out, I was just like, well, you know, I don't really have feelings for you that way, but, you know, like, I don't want to hurt your feelings. And I found that, like, really interesting that, you know, like, she's a strong character, she's our protagonist, and yet, like, there was just, like, that pressure to go out with him.
There's the cultural expectation.
Yeah.
And, ladies, it's bullshit.
It is. Now that I'm older, you don't need to do that.
You don't owe anybody anything at all. The only person you're ever going to have to wake up with is yourself. So just keep that in mind. Everything else is optional. And you don't owe anyone anything.
But I find that with Vala, you know, rejecting Daniel, that goes to show how much she's grown in the last 2 books.
Yeah.
Where, you know, she was just, like, terrified of saying no to Sareem, and yet...
Even being in front of crowds.
Yeah, that too.
Like, even, like, these books are really a coming-of-age story, where Vala claims her power not only as a Windwalker, but as a person. And really comes to the fore. Like, Librarian Vala, first book Vala, would not have gone into the planning sessions.
Oh, no.
Would not have said anything to the Emperor. No. Would not really have been able to do very much. And they totally expected her to die.
Oh, yeah.
And they keep bringing that up, like,
She's
wow,
like, why are you dead yet?
You're
like,
not dead yet. That's impressive, library girl. And she's like, she never actually says I'm not that person anymore, because the thing about people who really go through a lot of traumatic change is they're not aware of it, and there's no normal anymore compared to where they were before. So.
Well, I mean, like, at the end of the first book, she pretty much says that Vala is dead and that she would be reborn as the weapon that they wanted her to be.
And she never becomes that, which I'm actually really, really happy about, because it's too easy to let people that you think have more power than you define you. Yeah. And I mean, she falls into that trap, but never actually lets it happen, as opposed to somebody like Jax. And I think a lot of the insanity of Jax's character is from that internal conflict of wanting to be the weapon that they're making him, but still needing to be his own person. We don't make very good slaves. We're not built for it.
You need to finish Crystal Crown.
I really do.
You do. But yes.
Bringing it with me today. I've got to run out and about, so while I'm doing that, I will be reading Crystal Crown and working on some writing stuff.
Cool.
'Cause, yeah.
So, Earth's End, what would you rate it?
Oh God, it's... Are we going out of 5 out of 10?
Out of 5. Because that's what we were doing last
time. 5 out of 5. Actually, yeah, I'd say this is the strongest of the books that I've read so far. Like, I haven't read Crystal Crown.
I would say Water's Wrath is.
I really like Water's Wrath. I really like the tragedy of it, because oh my God, but
talk about that next time.
But this is where we get the most character growth from everybody.
That's true.
We get like the huge moments between Balder and Aldrich, where they heal.
Yeah.
We get all of that incredible stuff with Vala. We learn more about the North and the world. We see that the empire that she's working with, and you automatically think that whoever the empire that the protagonist is serving is the good guy. Like, that's just how this works. And you realize, no, they're actually the bad people here. They are the ones that are instigating all of the wars. The North didn't want to go to war. The North just wants to be left alone.
They just wanted to live in peace and harmony.
But now they're just a direction, and you can tell because we don't even remember their names.
I think it was like Soldarin, or I don't know. I knew it once, and then I just called them the North in my head.
Yeah, because the Empire succeeded.
God damn it! The Emperor won.
The Emperor won.
Okay.
Which, I mean, is just exactly how completely the Empire wins in this book. Or so they think. And then you've got that climax.
At the end.
Oh my god. Because there's the battle climax, which is what you expect. And then, and spoiler, they win. But then there's the emotional climax, which is much more satisfying and much more tragic.
I'm not gonna lie, I might have cried.
Yeah, I immediately picked up Water's Wrath because I needed to see what happened next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to wait because I finished this one before Water's Wrath came out.
Okay, I'm gonna pull Dresden out because
No, you told me about that already. I don't want to wait like 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or is there even a book out after that?
There is.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, where he's dead.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
You already told me that.
There's also like Twin Peaks,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't know if you've seen Twin Peaks, but the second season has like the ultimate cliffhanger,
And
and then they canceled the series.
I hate that.
And it's actually like getting a relaunch next year.
Oh, that's good.
Which is interesting because they one of the things from the original Twin Peaks was
Shaldan.
Shaldan?
I think so. And Shaldan's
Yeah.
more Sorry,
Yeah, it's Shaldan.
Shaldan! Take
Ah.
that, Emperor.
We win because we
Yeah.
remember the name of the North. It's Shaldan.
I'm gonna laugh so hard if we're wrong.
It's gonna be great. If we are wrong, you can tell us in the comments.
Yeah. It's really early.
Really early. But we're sort of awake, and
Yeah.
it was worth it to get up
Oh,
and
yeah.
be able to talk about
Yes.
this book because this book is amazing.
All of these books are amazing.
Really, really good. Again, I'm looking forward to finishing Crystal Crown.
I'm looking forward to you finishing Crystal Crown so we can actually talk about it.
Yeah. Well, we've still got to do Water's Wrath.
I know. But I mean, like, in general, not just review it, but
Mhm.
I have no one to talk to about it.
Oh God. Okay. Well, I'll finish it. I'll try to finish it over the weekend. The weekend's gonna be ridiculous for me. But
Yeah, well, me too. I'm at a con.
yeah.
Which is why we're filming this now.
Mm-hmm.
On Thursday, not Saturday.
Because we're both running around like headless toddlers
Yeah.
for the entirety of the weekend.
But if you have a free weekend, read these books.
Yes. In
Don't
fact,
start
even
with
if
this
you
one.
no, start with Air Awakens so that you can get the full emotional impact.
Yes.
It's worth it. It's deeply, deeply worth it. Yeah, super cool books.
Mm-hmm.
Needs an animated series, particularly like all of the action
Can you
scenes.
imagine a video game?
Yes.
An RPG style video game?
Like a Dragon Age style thing.
Oh my god, open world?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Where you can choose like what nation you come from.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm getting really excited and it.
For a thing that we just made up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which tells you exactly how good these books are. Because we just got excited about the possibility of a thing that doesn't yet exist
I'm gonna
based
go
on
to
this property.
school and learn how to make video games and I'll make it myself.
There's a whole modder community out there that will do stuff like that. Yeah.
I
Like,
need to befriend all of those people then.
yeah. Like, I don't... Somebody made a Sonic the Hedgehog game in 3D using the Doom engine,
Oh.
and it's amazing. Like, it looks, plays, and feels like Sonic, but it's totally 3D. It's incredible.
Have you seen Zelda Ocarina of Time on Unreal Engine?
No.
That was the graphics I wanted for, well, I guess Wind Waker was the one that came out after
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Because they did a trailer for the Wii,
Yeah.
and it was Wind Waker.
Yeah.
And, you know, Wind Waker is a great game.
Yeah.
But they use, like, these awesome, realistic graphics for the trailer, and I'm just like, oh my god, I need this.
Yeah.
And then
And then
Wind
we
Waker
got-
came out, and I was like, what is this?
What are this?
But then Twilight Princess.
Somebody remade the entirety of the second Metroid game,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like breathtakingly good,
Mm-hmm.
which is fantastic because for those of us that played Metroid 2 on Game Boy, it was kind of frustrating.
Like playing Donkey Kong on the Game Boy.
Yeah.
That was so bad.
Oh my god.
So bad.
I'm glad that the Game Boy existed I'm kind of glad that we moved on.
Hey, we got Pokemon out of Game Boy.
Yeah, no, we got a lot of cool stuff out of Game Boy.
Kirby.
Yeah.
Yoshi's Island.
Some of the Final Fantasy adventure games.
Oh, yeah, Final Fantasy.
Link's Awakening.
Final Fantasy Legend, yeah.
Yeah. Gargoyle's Quest.
Oh, I didn't play that one.
Oh, it's so
was
good.
Was it like based off of TV show Gargoyles?
No.
Oh.
It was. Do you ever play Ghouls and Ghosts?
No.
Okay, so they've got like this red gargoyle character that you got to play. So that you had to fight against, and you got to play one of them. And it was you start off as like this piddly little gargoyle, and there's a demon king.
Huh.
And you have to go and stop the demon king from conquering the world.
So you like grow up as a gargoyle?
You do. You get up all sorts. By the end of the game, you are godlike.
Cool.
And that last boss is still a challenging fight.
Oh, old video games were so hard. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I can remember like maybe 2 that I beat on the NES. 2, and they were Zelda because Zelda's my life.
Yeah. To be fair, Zelda. I beat the original Castlevania.
Did you really? Holy shit. That's impressive.
I used to be able to get through 3 or 4 stages of Ninja Gaiden without getting hit. But then it's that stupid thing before you fight Bloody Moth. There's this one section of game where you're gonna get hit and you're probably gonna die. And to be fair with Ninja Gaiden, like there's a lot of one-hit death traps. Yeah. So if you do get hit, you're done. Love those games.
I don't like Super Mario 3. I could almost beat because of the warp thing. I would just skip like all of the levels. But yeah, I don't think I ever actually beat. Oh, I know I did beat Bowser.
I never beat Super Mario 1.
I didn't. That game is incredibly hard. It's like you can't even save.
Mario 3 I beat. Mario 3 I beat because I managed to get my hands on a Hammer Brothers suit and saved it to the last level. And then I was like, I love the Hammer Brothers suit. Because I could throw my hammers at Bowser, jumping around and trying to trap him, get him to fall into the pit.
Yeah. But even like the track and field games, like those were hard unless you had like the turbo stick. Yeah. Okay, we're really, really off topic.
We're tired. Yes. But again, delighted to be able to talk about these books.
Yes. And don't forget to enter our giveaway on Facebook. We will be giving away Air Awakens. And
so you can become as addicted as we are. The first time's free.
Giveaway on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Nerdcouver. Yep. Yeah. We also have a really cool giveaway for Crystal Crown Review.
Do we?
Yeah.
What is it?
So, Elise Kova has a new book coming out called Alchemist of Loom, and that comes out in January.
Cool.
And when she was here for a signing, I managed to get my hands on an autographed Alchemist of Loom postcard. These are not available anywhere right now, so this is like the only way you'll be able to get it.
You must have it.
You must.
You must.
I managed to get one because Elise was really nice and be like, here, give this away. And I'm just like, cool, I can do that. So.
Jenna is awesome.
No, I'm not.
Really is.
I'm a big nerd.
So, that's kind of the point, I think.
Oh. Well, anyway, so.
You're madly passionate about the things that you're passionate about.
Yes.
Yes.
I am.
Which is great and awesome. Go
cool.
you.
Yay, go me. But yes, so when Crystal Crown review comes out in, I guess, 2 weeks after this review, check out our Facebook for that giveaway, because if you want a postcard, this is the only way you're going to get it.
And why wouldn't you?
I know.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Like the cover for Lim is so cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
What
Have you seen it?
I haven't.
You haven't seen it? It's my phone background.
Oh, okay. That makes it much simpler.
Okay, well.
Oh my god.
That's the new main character, Ari.
Oh my god.
Why is my okay. Let's just do that. Here, people. Look at how cool that is. That is so cool. So, Alchemist of Loom. Well, I guess we'll go off on a little bit of a tangent about that.
Please do.
Alchemist of Loom is about Ari, who is an organ collector. So this one is apparently it's not young adult. It's an adult or like new adults book about this steampunky-esque world where obviously they collect organs and Ari okay, let me just try to remember here.
Okay.
There's the Alchemist of the Loom, who kind of like are the, I guess, like the wizards of the world,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's the upper class people who are run by like the dragon family,
Mm-hmm.
and there's like political drama going on, obviously.
There always is.
And one of the royals is trying to get to the Alchemist of Loom for a reason that I can't remember, but it was a cool one.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes to like the underworld area and gets hurt, and then Ari finds him, and she's just like, "Hey, you're a dragon. I'm gonna kill you." And he's just like, "Wait, we can work together. You know, just like take me to the Alchemist of the Loom, and I'll take you to get your revenge."
Okay, that's an interesting setup.
Yeah.
Sadly, the only thing that pops into my head when you describe it is Zydrate comes in a little glass vial.
A little glass vial?
A little glass vial.
Well, yeah,
But
I guess it is kind of Repo-esque, but...
To be fair, like, the setup for Air Awakens sounded very, very Avatar, and
yeah,
it went in a very different
being very
direction.
different, yeah.
So,
I'm pretty sure it will be nothing like Repo.
yeah. Well,
but,
this is nothing like Avatar.
yeah.
So, I mean, if Alchemists of Loom does for Repo what Air Awakens did for Avatar, you
Then-
need to read this book.
Yeah.
Is really what it boils down to.
January 10th, pre-order it. You can do it right now on Amazon, because I did.
I'm about to.
And I keep on trying to win the advanced reader copies so I can read it early. And I'm so mad because she's going to Tampa Bay Comic-Con today, or I guess this weekend, and anyone who's there can read the advanced reader copy. I'm just like, damn it. Flights to Florida. Too much money. Also con, but too much money. I want to go and read the book. I'll just sit there at her table, underneath it, just read.
Elise Kova, if you're watching this,
Oh God, I
please,
hope not.
please save Jenna's dignity. Send us an advance copy so that we can read and review it.
Well,
and
You can go to keymasterpress.com
yeah,
and ask the publisher to get it.
okay.
So I'm
Yeah,
gonna
do
try to
it.
do that. If
Yeah.
I don't win the advanced reader copy, I'll
Yeah.
I'll go about and do that.
Okay.
And then we can review it.
In the months leading up,
Yes.
like an
Yeah.
early Christmas present.
I don't know. Can you review it that early?
December, you could.
December?
Yeah.
Okay. It'll be a Christmas present to myself.
Exactly.
I'm gonna review this book.
Why wouldn't?
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's
Mhm.
great.
Yeah.
I'm in love with it already and I haven't read it.
I really like the concept and the artwork. I'm
Mhm.
curious to see how it translates.
I have full confidence that I'll love it because I love the Air Awakens series so much.
That's fair.
And
I'm sort of in the same boat. Like again, there's various writers that I will look for and keep reading until
until they stop writing.
yeah, really.
Yeah, that's Elise Kova for me.
Yeah.
I have a few other authors, but
Same.
she managed to get to the list like right away.
Mm-hmm.
10 pages into Air Awakens, I'm just like,
Done.
I'm screwed.
In. I have a new addiction.
Yeah.
Another new addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Anyways, we should pack up because you have to go in 10 minutes.
Yep.
And I got to finish sewing and making props and staffs and stuff.
Yay!
Woo. All right. So, I guess I need to rate it too. Earth's End. I'd give it 4.7.
4.7.
Yeah.
High marks.
I did really like it. There was a lot of character development.
Mm-hmm.
But after reading Water's Wrath, I give that one a perfect score, which I'll expand more on
And
next week.
It's funny because I'd give Water's Wrath like the 4.7,
Oh really?
and I will
We're opposite.
discuss this about
Ooh,
next week.
There's gonna be fights
Conflict.
next week. We're gonna bash heads and be like, no, this one's better. No, this one's better. No, we won't do that.
No.
But
Why would we do that? It's
I don't
we can argue about where stuff comes from, but I totally respect your opinion. So
how dare you? No.
I just
how
very
dare
much
you
do.
respect my opinion?
No, I totally do. You're great. I wouldn't have found these books without you. So
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. All right.
Cool.
Anyways, so
Thank you.
thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and check out our Facebook for the giveaway.
Yes.
Okay.
All of the things.
All of the things. All right. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.